Hello guys, are you excited to explore the submarine which was used during the time of Second World War by Royal Navy? The name of this submarine is HMS Alliance, now situated in Royal Navy Submarine Museum, Gosport. Royal Navy Submarine Museum is a part of historic dockyard, Portsmouth. After showing my ticket booked online, I entered the submarine. It was my first time ever that I see a submarine and I was so excited as well. Now you are watching the rear end of the submarine. These are the part of submarine where torpedoes are fired from. As you can see, 4 torpedoes could be loaded here at a time. Once they detect enemy's ship or submarines, these torpedoes were fired and destroy the targets. As we move forward, we could see a lot of things around. I was unaware of the purpose of most of those things. As we all know, since the submarines are used underwater, it is not practical to provide doors on the sides. The only way to get in and out of this submarine is through the vent situated here. It was really an amazing experience. Since it is the one and only submarine exists on its class all around the world, it is a must-visit place for people live around Portsmouth. From the 9th of October 1947 to the 8th of November, the submarine undertook a lengthy experimental cruise in the Atlantic Ocean, off the coast of Africa, to investigate the limits of the snort mast. It remained submerged for 30 days for this. Between 1958 and 1960, HMS Alliance was extensively modernized by having the deck gun and external torpedo tubes removed, the hull streamlined and the fin replaced with a larger, more streamlined one constructed of aluminium. The purpose of these modifications was to make the submarine silent and faster underwater. Following the modifications, the wireless transmitting aerial was supported on a frame behind the fin but was later replaced with a whip aerial on the starboard side of the fin, which could be rotated hydraulically to a horizontal position. However, the original gun access hatch was retained, allowing Alliance to be equipped with a small caliber deck gun again when serving in the Far East during the Indonesian confrontation of the earlier 1960s. In May 1961, the pennant numbers of British submarines were changed, so that all surviving submarines completed after the Second World War were numbered from S01 upwards, and Alliance was given the number S67. On the 13th of January 1968, she grounded on Bembridge Ledge off the Isle of Wight, but was subsequently refloated with the help of Admiralty tugs. On or around the 30th of September 1971, a battery explosion occurred on board, while she was at Portland Harbour, which killed 1 sailor and injured 14 others. From 1973 until 1979 she was the static training boat at the shore establishment HMS Dolphin, replacing HMS Tabard in this role. In August 1979, she was towed to Vosper Ship Repairers Limited's yard at Southampton to have her keel strengthened so that she could be lifted out of the water and preserved as a memorial to those British submariners who have died in service. Since 1981, the submarine has been a museum ship, raised out of the water and on display at the Royal Navy Submarine Museum in Gosport. Although listed as part of the National Historic Fleet, in recent years as many as 100 pigeons had been nesting in the submarine, causing extensive corrosive damage. She also sat on cradles over seawater, adding to problems of corrosion and preventing easy and economical maintenance to her exterior. Urgent repairs were needed, and it was announced on the 30th of May 2011 that HMS Alliance would share in an £11 million Heritage Lottery Fund grant. Alliance would receive £3.4 million to repair her bow and stern and address extensive surface corrosion. The restoration included reclaiming land beneath HMS Alliance using a cofferdam and backfill. This provides easy access for future maintenance and a new viewing platform for visitors, additionally opening up the conning tower and casing. This is the main section of submarine. As you can see, lots of steerings, gears, levers and many dials could be seen here. Do you know how a submarine works? A submarine goes up and down in the sea by using tanks called ballast tanks. When the submarine is at the surface, its ballast tanks are filled with air, thus making its density less than that of the sea water. In order to submerge, the ballast tanks are filled with water, making the overall density of the ship higher than the surrounding water. When the submarine submerges in the water, compressed air is continuously supplied in order to support life inside it. Also, the air from the ballast tanks is pushed out with the help of pumps. These levers are used for this purpose. This is a periscope, an equipment used by submariners to see what is outside. This was the toilet used by submariners those days. Now we are heading towards the engine side of this submarine. Look how huge the engine is. I did not expect this much inside a submarine. Around 65 submariners were worked at a time inside this submarine. How did they manage to live here for weeks or months in this limited space? If you are planning to visit this submarine, do not miss to see the first submarine ever built by Britain, which is also kept in the same museum. I would upload another video about that. These are underwater ranged weapon launched above or below the water surface, self-propelled towards a target, and with an explosive warhead designed to detonate either on contact with or in proximity to the target. Torpedoes could be fired from here as well. This door would be closed and it has some ignition systems also. So we have covered all these parts of submarine. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please support this channel if you liked the video. Do subscribe, comment and share.